Brian here from quantlabs.net. Just sent out an email to as many people as I could that are on my email list. It's concerning this question. What's your number one priority with Matlab and trading model strategy development? Personally, this is an important question because now we're at a crossroads. I will be laying out the final set of toolbox analysis, including all the strategy techniques, modeling techniques for building, we'll call them quant models and quant-based trading styles or trading strategies. This survey that I posted is important because now I'm trying to understand what are more important for my members and my general audience. So the question is the preference in using Simulink to extend their profitable trading models in unique ways, or optimizing the knowledge of trading strategy development for profitable or profit potential? You see, I only have 9 responses, but that's okay. It just gives me a general sense of direction on where to go. Now, the reason I bring up Simulink is because I've gone on and on about it for the last 3 months. I might be one of the only guys out there talking about it, that yes, you can use Matlab Simulink for trading. It's very sophisticated. I've given reasons why. Just go to the YouTube Quant Labs channel and do a search on Simulink. But as I come away from this part, trading strategy development, do people really want to learn about how to use Simulink for trading? So it's quite obvious for every person that just cares about trading strategy development, there's going to be 2 people that want to know about Simulink. So that's where the preference is going to be. Now, one of my members came up, and I'm not going to get into the whole thing, but I did a webinar for my webinars. It's online on YouTube. I can read it out to you. I realize that your approach for the software side and from the hardware side. Now, this is for specific for him, but it's really good for me to really get a pulse of what people are wanting. My problem is that I see you investigate MATLAB, etc., but I do not see the road you're taking to the Holy Grail, which is automated trading system. So let me rephrase my general question. Which trading software do you envision to develop, combine, engineer, and on which hardware will it run? For example, if you come up with a solution for HFT trading, it probably has to run on a server with an FPGA card in co-location. In this previous email you answered, I tried to address this. I will answer your question. I would prefer that you address Simulink first to build models based on the building blocks, which I'm currently doing, actually. It'd be great if you can show us how to make profitable trading system based on Simulink. In addition, it has to be clear on which hardware it can operate. If you use a historical data input into a Simulink model showing profitable trades, then this one has to be the first step. For operational live trading based on the model, more steps are needed, and these steps have to be addressed too. Is it perhaps an idea that we have a Skype appointment to talk about this in detail? This is what actually inspired this YouTube video. So, let's answer this one by one. It's easier for me to do this by video versus typing it out. Okay, so this member is asking me about the software and hardware side. Let's talk about that. Right now, we all know that strategies and trading strategies are the epitome of everything. It doesn't matter what you want to trade on. If you don't have a trading strategy and that's a profitable strategy, it doesn't matter what you trade on, hardware, FPGA, let's say, using CUDA or software platform, whatever it is. You have no straight trading strategy, it doesn't matter. You're not going to be making any profits, so what's the point of doing it? So based on that logic, that's what I'm doing right now, is looking for those trading strategies. So the question then comes up with what trading software do I envision to develop, combine, blah, 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 all, and what hardware will it run on? Will it be HFT? Will it run on a server with FPGA and in co-location? Okay, let's get a little more specific with that. Yes, MATLAB will be my choice of prototyping, researching, developing whatever trading strategy, whatever trading model I want to go with. And as I've said since day one of the whole process, it's basically I'm blogging this as a journey. But I've now picked my technology that I'm going to use. That's going to be MATLAB. Now, the other thing that up until a few weeks ago, no one ever thought of using MATLAB as a trading platform. Now, that problem is no longer an option because now, or it is an option because with 2013A in MATLAB, you have that new toolbox called Trading Toolbox that enables you to trade using either XTrader or a service from Bloomberg. Both of them are very expensive, but the capability is there. So that's something I'm definitely wanting to go with. Now, other options for more affordable options, I guess you could say, could range from an open source trading platform like TradeLink. That's a really good option, actually. Maybe writing some kind of fix engine or some kind of trading engine using Interactive Broker's API for that as well. Maybe there might be even some open source projects that enable that and have it connect into a MATLAB situation. Or, better yet, it could be a Simulink situation. Who knows? But this is what I'm exploring. And I can't today say it's going to be this or it's going to be that or it's going to be this. I can't even say that in the next week or even next month. The reason I say that is because I need to test and perform each option. With MATLAB alone, you have probably maybe 10 different ways to trade. You can extend all your MATLAB code into using .NET, into something like .NET, Java, plug it into a trading platform. You could use a production server now, which was an option now from 2012B. You have numerous options. And of course you have the MATLAB coder, which will co-generate to C++. And then of course there's Simulink. Now it's kind of confusing when you think about it, because there's so many options. So we need to explore that and explore the smartest ways to get to that point. That could take a couple of weeks, could take a couple of months, but it's always good to really get into it. But the challenge is that when you're trying to figure out what trading strategy you're going to use, so that's another world that I need to explore. And that's one of the reasons why I'm doing this math set of videos and code walkthroughs and blah, 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 all done in MATLAB. Very important stuff. So you could say I'm attacking I don't want to say killing two birds with one stone, but I'm kind of trying to do that. But I wish I could be more specific, but the end goal is to find the best option. And there's two things that are actually there's three things that are coming to mind. It could be done through the production server in MATLAB. It could be done through the co-generation capabilities of Simulink, or it could be actually using that new trading toolbox from MATLAB 2013A. Okay. In terms of server, again, that's all dependent upon which of those three options would I go with. And again, it depends upon performance. And those are right now my top three picks, but I won't know until I start exploring them. So now it comes down to specifics of Simulink. I prefer that you address Simulink first to build models based on building blocks. Well, based on that server, I think that will be the direction I'm going to go with because I need to understand the power of Simulink. But the confusing part about Simulink is that it's really built for mechanics, whatever. It's not really meant for trading. So you have to take the terminology of Simulink and try to apply it to the financial world. And there's not a lot of people out there actually doing it. I'm probably one of the only ones out in public actually doing it. And the thing is, I know banks are using this tool for sure with Simulink. I've got verification from somebody at Morgan Stanley that this technique is being used by them. Now, historical data input, that's easy. I mean, you can just create a time series in the MATLAB workspace and then just import it into the Simulink model. That's pretty easy for this question right here. For operational live trading, again, the key is taking that workspace matrix and then trying to somehow substitute that with a real live trading feed. So there may be ways to get around that, but again, I need to understand what the technical limitations are with something like the one of the toolboxes that connects into the live trading feed of Matlab. So I have to understand that too. In terms of Skype deployment, yeah, we can definitely do that. But I just wanted people to understand where we're going. It is still a confusing topic. I'm hoping to iron it out in the next couple of weeks, but from what I've seen in this survey, it looks like Simulink is going to be the top priority, and then figuring it out from there. And in terms of code generation with FPGA, I've shown lots of options there, and that's all done in past meetups and YouTube videos that I've done. So look them up. Other than that, I'm hoping that answers a lot of those questions.